Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion and this is the Crazy Troll Nation. The crazy for today is I'm looking at my viewfinder and I'm rubbing it. I thought it was a speck of lint or something. It's a mole on my forehead, but I'm like rubbing the screen. Trying to get it off. It's on my face. And so we have no makeup on. We're going to do a look. I'm so excited for today's video. Let me back up. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation because of that. Instead of chapstick, but we're using something that I love as much as chapstick. And this is an item I received anonymously in friend mail. And this is the Tillamook Mint Chocolate Chip Ice Cream. And I did try it in that video and I really like this. So this is in the running. I actually think it's, I don't want to say creamier than chapstick, but it's definitely shinier, because when I put on chapstick, I don't see this shine. Like, this is like a balm gloss type thing, but it does smell like mint chocolate chip and it feels very, very nice on my lips. I'm really digging this. So thank you, friend, for sending that to me. Yeah, the crazy part, just jumping in, being excited, forgetting we have an intro to do. And I'm looking around like, why I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so excited. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to use, wear whatever you want to wear, and just rock it. And just know that you are the bomb. And here at the Crazy Troll Nation, it's not only about just rocking what you want to, but more importantly than that, is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but not feeling like you have to. And that is what we are about here. If you are new, welcome. I see you and I appreciate you. If you are returning, y'all my troll kin. What's up with y'all? How y'all doing today? So I'm excited about this video because Tanya from Tanya's Beauty Box and I are finally collabing. I was so confused with the Ipsy BoxyCharm merge, and when I did my video, I did put a lot of captions over here on what stuff was, and what had really confused me more so than, you know, stuff that I was saying in the video was when they sent me my shipping email, the shipment notification, it showed there was a box that said Boxy, and then there was another box underneath of it that said Boost. And so I was waiting for two boxes, because previously with BoxyCharm, I was subscribed to Base Box and Premium. And so every month I received two boxes, the Base Box and the Premium Box. And so even knowing that Ipsy was fully merging, I was still expecting two different boxes. And even though the information didn't say that, I'm like, you show me two boxes, I'm expecting two boxes. And so, yes, if you received BoxyCharm Base Box and Premium, that is now combined in just BoxyCharm, which is the base box. And they add in your Boost item, and that's what makes it the Boost box. And so it's BoxyCharm Boost. So it's your regular base box with a Boost item in. And I just understood that today. Even though I wrote it, you know, had it here in that video, I was still like, where's my other box? I mean, I had went through the bot system. People emailed me, I emailed them back, and I still just wasn't understanding it, because in my mind, I'm like, you showed me two boxes. I want both my boxes. And they were confused as well, I think, because for all the times with the chat, the bot chat thing, I had wrote I didn't receive my base box. At least, and I did go back and look at it, like, okay, am I really tripping or what? I wrote that at least 6 times in the bot chat thing that you got to go through to get to do your ticket for a person to actually email you. And so I put that at least 6 times. And the first reply back from a person was, oh, we're sorry you didn't receive your Ipsy glam bag for April. We'll send you a replacement glam bag. And I'm like, I'm waiting for the base box. I'm like, I ain't talking about no glam bag. So anyway, but that's all straightened out. So BoxyCharm is just BoxyCharm by Ipsy. They add in a Boost item, and then that's your Boost box. Like, it's not a separate box. So in a way it saves money because you're not paying for 2 separate subscriptions, but still, and I'm going to very quickly review some of those items, particularly the boost item. So for the boost, you pay $12 more, and then increases the value of your box by $40. And so if you really end up liking your boost item, then yeah, it's worth it. But then if you don't, it's just like, but it's neither here nor there, I think, because paying for 2 separate subscriptions, I always didn't like everything anyway. So I'm still saving money and not paying for 2 separate subscriptions. And so looking at my account, I have the BoxyCharm, which is up, and it says upgraded to boost. So it is just them adding just that extra item. And Ipsy Glam Bag, which is not active. And so I think April, maybe May, was my last Ipsy Glam Bag, and I am subscribed for the Icon, and I'm not excited about that. So we're going to see. So I forgot to mention, I do curse sometimes in my videos because I curse in real life sometimes, and I will try not to. And usually I do try not to. I need to just really kind of be in some kind of mood, I think, or if I'm just really hype about something. So the reason I'm excited for this collab is twofold. Mostly just one fold. How many folds can we have? Tanya and I were supposed to collab for our BoxyCharm base box for March, and then hers never showed up. And so I said, okay, we can do that for April. But then I'm thinking I didn't get my base box, and also because it's upgraded to the boost box, it's not really the base, well, it is the base box with one extra item, but so we finally figured that out. And so since we both had received the Natasha Denona Alloy palette, we're going to do a look with that today. And I'm also going to use her friend mail. She sent me an e-gift card. That video went live yesterday, I believe. And so I'm going to use some of those items. And so I'm just super excited. And after I did that video, I did send her pictures. And I'm like, I am really loving these products. And so I'm just really excited because she's been rocking with me for a long time. And we've been planning this collab since like February. It was like, let's do the collab for March. But then, you know, that situation happened. And I'm looking around because I don't have my brushes out. So we're going to do our base face first. And that's why I powdered down so my foundation would dry quicker. It was the Fenty primer mixed with the Fenty foundation, and it does dry on its own, but I wanted it to dry quicker so I can do the base face. And so what are we doing today with the base face? I want to use the House Labs blush because I did purchase that, but we're going to do our Mario cheek situation. And what she had got for me through the e-gift card was the Mario bronzer, and I told you I was going to put labels on it, and I did. And so we're going to put on the bronzer, and then the blush, and then the highlighter, which she got me. And then later on after the look, we're going to put on one of these 2 lippies. Yeah, I'm a label hoe. And these are the 2 lippies that I was also able to get with her gift card, the friend mail. And so depending on how the look comes out, we may use the dark purple or we may use Auburn Prestige. So let's get to the base face. I have no brushes out at all, not even eye brushes. But I am just super excited to finally get this done. Well, not get this done, but for us to finally have this collab. And I did mention, this is the bronzer. I did mention I'm concerned about that palette. But when she said, oh, we can still just do the look, because we did plan to do that. We were like, well, when we both get our base boxes, you know, we'll do a look with the palette. And I was like, okay. But then when I got the palette and I started looking at the ingredients, I was like, but I love her. And y'all know me. If I'm rocking with somebody, I will go through some discomfort and burn and hope that it's not going to be uncomfortable and burn. And so we're going to use the palette today, and I'm hoping I don't have a bad reaction to it because I do like her formula, but I also know I do have issue with some of Natasha's shadows. So I'm using the tip of the brush, and we're going to just run this along here as if this is a contour powder, even though it's a bronzer. And I like this brush for that reason, for bronzer, because you see it does do what it's supposed to do, but also because it's pointy, you can just take the point, well, the tip, this part, and run this along here. It might not be as precise as you want. We are not a channel of perfection. We just get stuff done and just hope for the best. And so I do like that. So I just tapped in again. So just using the tip, put this here, because this is how I do bronzer if I was using a bronzer or a contour brush. If I was using bronzer as a contour, I do bring it down here and here. So for me, I just tapped in again. I use bronzer and contour interchangeably. Look at that shade. And then it just blends. And so the LYS bronzer, because that's cool tone on me, I do use that as a contour powder. But most bronzers that I use as bronzers, I use them for contour too, as you see. So this is this. I am excited to get to the highlighter part. So we're going to take a blush brush. And I am glad that I did categorize my face brushes to where I did my eyeshadow brushes, because then I can just really just pick which one I want. So let me back up. The Soft Sculpt bronzer, the shade was dark. That's the name of the shade. And the blush is Wild Berry. So that's what that looks like. I just realized I didn't take any of the protective things off of the mirrors. So we're going to tap that there first. This can go dark. And so that's why I'm just being gentle. And this is sort of a dense brush, but not too dense. Look at this. Oh, this is exciting. So if you haven't checked out Tanya's channel, please do. She is a good soul. She really is. And I'm really enjoying that we've been talking a whole lot more lately. And it's really just good when you connect with somebody and you're on the same vibe, you're in the same lane. I just tapped in very lightly. You know, no drama, you know, chit chat if you want, shoot the shit a little bit. You know what I mean? But it's really nice. And I am enjoying our friendship, and I've appreciated her for a long time. And it had been in the back of my mind for a long time. We need to collab. Like, we've been rocking too long to not have collab. And so again, I'm just super excited. Both of those were Fenty brushes. This is the Super Glow highlighter. I know, because Label Hoard Me put a label there, because if you remember, it's the same size and shape as the bronzer. So this one says Soft Sculpt Bronzer. Mario being sneaky. And this shade is Honey. It looks golden to me, but... And the golden one looked silverish to me. But look... Look at Tanya, this is what you gave me. Look at, see? And so I just tapped in light and turned it and tapped in light and tapped off. And we're going to do the same thing. I am so excited to have this because I kept talking myself out of it. And when she said get something in my cart on me, I said I'm going to put it back in there and get it. Because I had put it in and taken it out like 3 times, seriously. But look at this. And this to me is what a highlighter is. You look straight, you don't see it. But when you turn, it's like, okay, there's some shine going on. Like there's no silver cast or gray cast. It's not super icy. And the icy ones do kind of give me a weird cast. But this one doesn't. And I am just so excited about that. So we're going to go back with the brush we used for powder. And we're just going to just pat this. And I probably should just use the Hourglass finishing powder. Do I want to do that? I'm not going to do that. So we're going to really quick, we're going to talk about some of the items that were in. I probably should do this in a separate review, right? But we're just going to go for it. I'll try and be quick, I promise. Best Face Forward Purifying Cleanser, AHA Aloe Vera Finger Lime. Still don't know what that is. And green tea. Excuse me. I did try this today. It has a scent to it, and I'm like, okay, it won't linger, because some cleansers the scent lingers and some it doesn't, and I should have known it would, because the last couple that I tried did linger. This lingered. It lingered so much I was just like, and it's not a bad scent, but I have sensitive sinuses and I don't want to smell my face all day. And so I did you know, put on my serums on top and my moisturizer, because I'm thinking that will help mask the scent. I can still smell this on my face. I will not be using this again, and so it kind of sucks that I tried it. I did try the Tatcha Hinoki Body Milk, which says it's a lightweight lotion, moisturizing squalane. This dried my skin out. I put this on my hands and I kept applying it, put some more. My hands felt dry. I will not be using this again. And I know some people say they love every Tatcha product they tried. All the ones I've tried, either the scent was too strong, or like my skin didn't like it if it was a face, you know, serum or moisturizer. But even this, my skin just felt dry. I'm like, for this to say it's moisturizing, it was not. And I don't have dry skin, but this dried out my hands. And I kept putting more and more on. And the more I put on, the drier my hands got. So finally, I just put on the Fenty, I think it's the Butter Drop, their cream oil thing. And that did the trick. But this, I'm like, so that's going in the trash too. I was going to try the YC Collection eye primer today, but because I'm concerned with the palette, I'm going to try the primer another day, because then if I have a reaction, it won't be, was it the primer or was it the palette? So I am going to try this another day. The other thing, the JLo Beauty Take, I still am looking at it and can't read it. JLo Beauty That Fresh Take. This is an eye cream, and what's interesting about it is that it says to apply it before your moisturizer. If this is an eye cream, why do you put it on before your moisturizer? Should not this moisturize? The reason I'm not going to use this will end up in my Macari. The reviews on Sephora, of course, you know, I set to read lowest ratings first. Someone said their under eyes broke out in hives. Quite a few people said because this is so thick, it created milia under their eyes. Other people were saying it did not moisturize. It made their under eyes dry and flaky. Other people were saying, you know, they used it for like 3 weeks, never noticed the difference. Some people were saying it made their under eye wrinkles more prominent, and it made their under eye discoloration darker. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So you got hives, you got dryness, you got rashes. Somebody said they were breaking out in rashes under their eyes. And somebody asked what ingredient here is an allergen, but that's subjective, because what one person may be allergic to may not be an allergen for you. And somebody had mentioned because it has olive oil in it. I don't know, but and olive oil is not even that high up on the list, so I don't know. But I am not using this. If you rock hard with me like that, and those of you who've been here, y'all know what I mean when I say that, let's DM me on IG and let me know about this. Otherwise, it'll just end up in my Macari. I am not going to use it. You know, hives and rashes and milia. I have enough stuff going on to not chance that product. And that was the Boost product. And so we're back to, okay, I spent $12 more for a Boost item. And this is, I think, almost $50 to buy this. But then if I'm not going to use it, what was the point? But of course, I didn't know that before then. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to prime my lid. I am just so excited for this collab. Tanya, thank you for this collab. I'm going to prime my lid, pull out eye brushes, and we are going to start with a look. And for right now, though, this is what the palette looks like. And y'all see it was back in the box because I was waiting for the base box so we could do the collab. But this is the base box with a Boost item. This whole thing has been so confusing for me. And this is what it looks like. I do love the color story because I like dark and smoky, but I'm just concerned. And this powder that you see here is easily wiped away. So I'm hoping this does work for me. I'm going to prime my lids, Fenty eyeshadow primer, pull out brushes. We're going to come back and jump into this look. I think I have a plan. And looking at this, it seems like this would be an easy 2 shadow look. And these two would be an easy 2 shadow look. And this for maybe brow bone highlight. And this is a matte. These 3 again are creamy mattes. So what are we going to do? We're going to take a Fenty brush and go into this shade right here. And we're going to put that almost all over the lid. And I'm using a Fenty brush, even though this is a cream to powder formula. And usually I do take a more dense brush. but I hear Tanya in my head saying, I want one of those hourglass number 3s. And so I didn't want to use one. And one day, Tanya, I'm going to send you some hourglass number 3 brushes. I only get them during the Sephora sale because even the Hourglass website, they may have a 20% off sale. But then as we know with Sephora, we can also earn, well, those of us who have the credit card, you can also earn points with that, even though they're stingy with that. So that's when I got my Hourglass number 3 brushes, was during the Sephora sale because they're expensive. But Fenty is a nice alternative. It's not as firm as the Hourglass number 3s, but I do really like the Fenty brushes. I don't like that they're I don't like that they stain. But that's neither here nor there because the brush still performs very well. I'm going to finish this on the other eye and then come back. And yes, y'all, I'm doing dark to light this time and also outer to inner corner like the professional MUAs do. I'm trying to be like Hung Van Gogh. Call me Havana Van Gogh. Havana the Troll. I'm digging this shape. All right, we're going to do the other eye and come back. I am really digging this shape and how it tapers in and downward. And that was the plan. So we're going to now go into this shade here with another Fenty brush. And we are going to put this on the inner portion of our lid. And I am going to overlap too. And this is why, it's looking more golden. That's this shade. I guess that is the shade. To me, things be looking different. Because it looks more golden on my lid, but then when I hold this up to it, yeah, it does look like the shade. I don't know. I think I need to clean my mirror down here. It is very spotted with just dust. So much so that when I even try to wipe the dust off, it doesn't come off. Like how you just have like dust embedded in whatever. Yeah, so this is a nice, easy look. Just put on, you know, a liner, mascara, you can be done. I do want to overlap this some just to bring over that sparkle on top of that brown, just to see what it does, to see if it amplifies or not, and it's really not, which is fine, because y'all know I don't go for the high shine, but I'm just experimenting just to see. Oh, that is pretty. So it did show up over the brown. Is the shape still there? Because I really liked how this, you can still see that angle shape. I think I messed up my shape. But since we messed it up on that side, we're going to mess it up on this side. But now I know how to create that shape. Just taper the dark shade in and just come down. I am really digging this. So we're going to take this brush and we're going to go into this shade here, and we're going to tap straight in first because her creamy mattes are powdery, because I don't want to blow this out too much. I want to kind of get just a thin line, and that's why I like this brush. And this is a Scott Barnes number 62. Tanya, watch her videos, subscribe to her channel. She does unboxing, she does looks. She's honest. She gonna tell you what she feel about something. And I am just blending this to blend it further up. And she's a good soul. She really is. And I do think you will enjoy her channel. I will tag her below. That'll take you to her channel. And I will also link her video below if I have it in time and or if I don't forget. So my eyes are burning a little bit. But I don't know if it's this darn cleanser, because I can still smell this cleanser. But it's not a bad burn. I want to do this as inner corner. We're going to do this as brow bone highlight because our inner corner is already shiny, and I don't know if this will contrast too much with that. But then I was going to use this as brow bone. We are confused. Excuse me. We're going to take this shade. And this is a Blend Bunny number 3. Yo, I only have a few of these Blend Bunny brushes left because all the other ones fell apart. Every last one of them. And I expected it because they were giving an extra set when you purchase a set because they were having issues with the adhesive not sticking. And so I knew chances were they weren't going to last. And even when I would use them, I would hear it creak. I would hear this part creak. So I was just like, okay, that is not good. But yeah, so yeah, they all fell apart. Not all. So the set was 5 brushes. They sent an extra set with it, so that was 10 brushes. I think I have 3 left. Yeah, they fell apart quick. I'm back with this brush. I think I'm gonna take a clean one of that same brush, and we're gonna take this and we're gonna kind of put it in between brow bone and where we put that transition shade. And again, we're going straight. Ooh, this one is really powdery. Ooh. And we're gonna put that like in between where the two are. So we've used every shade in here. I think I want to put a brown on my lower lash line. So we picked up a green. We could be funky and do the green. No, let's just do a brown. Or, no. Okay, y'all know what? This is when I need to just edit out. We're going to take a gold and put this on our lower lash line, and we're going to come back. We are going to take a brown and put on our inner rims. We will come back again. We are going to take Melt Slate. This is what we're going to use. And we're using, I got this at Marshall's or TJ Maxx. This is a Zoeva brush, number 316 Classic Liner. I am trying different brushes with the Melt liners because I was able to get a thin line with, I forget what brush it was. I think it might have been a lethal brush. But other than that, every other brush I've tried, I was not able to get a thin line. And so by this being longer, if I just do the tip of the brush, I'm hoping I can get a thin line with it. I realize too, sometimes my eyeliner is not even, or it may be gaps, or it may be patchy. And I don't notice it until I watch my videos on my TV. I have a 55-inch screen TV. And so if you're noticing stuff and you're like, okay, that doesn't look right, when I'm doing the videos and even when I do pictures, I don't notice it. And so I just want to let you know. And y'all are so good. I appreciate your bias. Like, nobody's like, your eyeliner's jacked up. And I watch the video like, okay, that's patchy. The line's not even, especially with gel liners. So I do appreciate that, but I just want you to know after the fact, sometimes I'm like, oof. And y'all still here. And I'm like, wow. And that's amazing to me. I'm going to take another Blend Bunny brush and we're going to go into this brown and we're going to put that on our lower lash line under both eyes. That brush was more dense than, not dense, stiff than I wanted it to be, the one I used for eyeliner. It did get it on, but once I messed up, it was just hard to reel it back in. And so this line is thick as well, thicker than I wanted it to be. I do think they turned out okay, but then I'll watch it back and be like, girl, that does not look good. We're going to take another small brush. I don't know what this one is. Oh, this is a Zoeva brush also. This is a number 320, says Smoky Liner. We're going to go into the shade we use for our lid, this shade here. And we are going to put that here. So we're just going to wrap it around. So we are going to do Sills Boost mascara now. And mascara, I'm realizing I don't like this wand because it feels plasticky. The formula for me is okay. I don't look for a lot in the mascara. I don't look for it to do a lot, you know, elongate, curl, and all that. But when it does, it's nice. That hella thick mascara does volumize, and it is nice. I do like the MAC Stacks mascara. I like the Fenty Full Frontal mascaras. And I do think it's the formula and the wand. This formula is okay, but I'm not liking how the wand feels going through my lashes. And so I probably will not keep this, only because when I keep stuff I like but don't love, it prevents me from using the stuff that I do love more. And I'd rather use up stuff I do love more versus possibly wasting the lovable things for the likable things. You know what I mean? And with mascaras, they're good for 3 to 6 months. And so there's not a lot of time to be like, oh, I'll get to it later. And so for that reason, I don't think I'm going to keep this mascara, which means also not using the new one that came, so that'll pop up somewhere. We're going to, I'm grinning, so I'm trying to figure out what lip to do. I do like this liner because even though it's a deep blue, it showed up like, you know, I don't think it showed up black, but it didn't show up like, oh my gosh, she got on this bright liner. And so I am glad that I tried it with this look, because I think you can notice it's not black. And so it's just like something a little bit different. This would be the sensible one. I kind of want to do the purple though. We're going to do the purple. We're going to do the purple, which is called dark purple. And yes, that's on my label on here because it's hard to read on the bottom. Auburn Prestige would be the more sensible one, keeping with the what looks people usually do. But we don't do what people usually do, right? Because we're trolls. We're going to take the purple one. But, oh gosh, I am loving this. I watched Tanya's video today of her BoxyCharm. And I appreciate her waiting because she was waiting for me to get mine because I was hella confused on what mine was. She had on Dark Forest in that video. It looks so good on her. Oh my gosh. And the formula is nice. And I think because it's a cream lip stain, it says, even though it's a liquid lipstick. And it does say it's matte. The color description says it's matte. I'm digging this. I'm going to finish this because I know I'm going to mess up if I keep talking, trying to do this. Yo, I'm telling you, this Sephora collection, lip stains, liquid lip stains. And I do like it with the look. And I do think it adds to the look because this is just like a neutral kind of whatever. And that's why I like we didn't do a black liner. But then also with the lip, it's just, y'all know exactly what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what this means. And y'all know what this grin means. So do check out Tanya's channel. Thank you, Tanya, for bearing with me, trying to figure all of this Ipsy BoxyCharm stuff out. I am really liking the look. Am I teary-eyed? Actually, no. You know what? I was going to do something else. I was going to... I'm going to take this brush and we're going to go into this shade because I wanted to buff underneath and I meant to do that before I put on the mascara and then I forgot. So we're just going to buff this under here. I'm always doing something like, girl, just stop. The look is fine. Hashtag team too much. Hashtag troll tried it. And this isn't much of a shade, but I thought just to add to the blending because we really didn't blend that shade under here. But so now this is the finished look. This is what we have. Thank you, Tanya, for this collab. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think about the look, about the lip, about the highlighter. If you've tried this cleanser, if you've tried the Tatcha, the YC Collection Eye Primer, which we did not use today, and make sure you let me know if we rock hard like that, DM me on IG about this right here. So, yeah, I was reading the message. So that'll be it. I am digging it. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way because I almost forgot what else I was supposed to say. You will see me in the next video. Thank you.